Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Can we talk with Monique? I am Monique. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, thank you so much. So guys, this call that was released from the channel Phone Calls from Prison, it was giving me everything. And I wanted to hear the backstory to the backstory. This is the part where Dre over here, so Ernest over there in Cobb County Prison. Look, bro, you doing too much. You're acting like a little boy. Go sit down, okay, someplace, okay? So let's get back into how this call came about, okay? Y'all remember the phone call, okay, from prison? Hold on one second. Where Shirley was telling Ernesto on that same day, June 15, 2023, okay, that she was tired. And when he talked about he was walking around in a wheelchair with one leg and getting ready to be taken off a ventilator, I'll list that video too, because that was funny with this man acting a whole plumb fool. But anyway, let's go back to what precipitated this 10-minute phone call from Dre. Let's play it. Let me move this out the way. Shout out to Phone Calls from Prison, child. And let me just say this. Yes, I'm hashtag Team Dre, Team Shirley, but we cannot forget about those folks that have been affected by this, okay? We cannot forget, even though he's not been indicted, he's not been, prosecuted or for said other crimes, we are still rocking, okay, and supporting those people who said they are victims, okay, of the shenanigans of said person. All right. We don't victim blame and victim shame and support the predators like some people do. Kill that noise, okay? The Brooklyn is coming out in me today. All right, let's go back to this video. Hold on one second. This is where Shirley said, I'm sick and tired, and I'm tired and I'm getting sick. And this is where old boy right here starts to acting up and getting in his feelings. So this is what precipitated this other call from Dre. So I'm giving you the back story, because sometimes we got to go back so we can move forward.
What's going on?
Well, don't put me in all of that, because I'm not in that. Okay, I'm not in that.
Well, just
okay, that I'm not in.
Okay, well, don't tell me that you're tired and you burnt out.
But I am though. And you asked me what I'm going through. You asked me what I'm going through. Yes, and I told you. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything now. I told you.
I got that, and I'm cool with that. But what if I was in a fucking terrible accident? I got to walk around in a wheelchair, one leg off. What you do? You can't take care of me? I'm tapped out on that. I'm just one cut for that.
So this is the video that precipitated the video that we're getting ready to watch as it relates to Dre on that same day. Dre wasn't hearing it, and I was here for all of it. Do you not understand me? Dre was not going for it. So this is the phone call that same day where Dre, okay, is landed on heavy for Mr. what's his face, Ernesto. So let's get at it. And so I just want to give y'all the back story. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Why is it acting foolish now?
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Okay, counselor, Mr. Counselor, sir. You was right. Hello?
I was right about what?
You was right. They did this, but bluffing like a motherfucker. Bluffing. Yeah, you was right. But am I wrong?
Yes.
Tell me why I'm wrong.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're acting like a little boy right now.
Oh,
you're acting like. You asked me a question, I'm going to give you an answer.
Okay, give me an answer. Give me an answer.
You're acting like a little boy right now. You're acting like a little child.
Okay.
And because you're not hearing what you want to hear. You're trying to force her to give you an answer. She's already said, I didn't say that. I didn't say I was not leaving you. I didn't say I didn't ask for no divorce. She said, all I can do right now, we need to talk when you get out. You ain't getting that. She said that.
Okay, look.
But she,
Dre was like, no, bro. I'm saying what I got to say. You ain't gonna fast talk me and, mush mouth talk me either. I'm gonna get out what I got to say. Okay? Listen to what Dre had to say. Go Dre. Go Dre. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go Dre. All right, hold on for a minute.
So you're gonna have to be patient. You don't have no power right now. I just told you that.
Okay, but here's the problem.
That gangster stuff and that cussing and I'm a man and all of that, that's not working in Cobb County right now.
Nope. He said that cussing and that I'm a gangster. It ain't gonna work because you have no power. You are not in authority right now, or so you might think. Okay? He said Cobb County, where you at, they ain't trying to hear that. You know what Cobb stands for? Ask Ryan Cameron. Okay? He used to be on V103. A radio personality like the one that you married to. Cobb stands for Count on Being Busted. Okay, that's what Ryan Cameron says. Shout out to Ryan Cameron wherever he is. I don't know if he's still on the radio, but that's what Cobb stands for. So they're not even trying to hear your shenanigans. Not sure how you got to Cobb from Fulton, but anywho, that's where you at. And they ain't thinking about your gangster. That's what Dre is trying to say. Okay.
Now, it's not working. It's not working. It might work on them other little girls that you deal with. It's not.
Ooh. He said it's not working, but it might work on them other little girls. You think he's talking about his friend? I think so, Dre. You sending some undercover shade. That's exactly what you're doing. You saying it without saying it. Them other little girls that you're dealing with. Oh, Dre. Go ahead, Gray.
Not working. You're not hearing her. You're not hearing her. She said she don't want that to be a part of her life.
Okay, I'll stop there.
When you get out, you're gonna have to handle your business. I said that earlier. That's what she's gonna be looking for. If you're gonna be with her, you're gonna mess around and lose her.
Well, here's the thing. In my mind, that's already gone.
That's not what she said.
I know, but here's the thing. In my mind is
you in jail. That's not what she's saying. She's talking perfectly clear. She says she's stressed. She got a lot going on, and you forcing her to try to give her an answer that what you want right now. And she said, don't give her no ultimatum. And I got that. But if I'm in a wheelchair and you're going to cut the life support off.
You remember that? Walking around in a wheelchair with the life support and you got the power to cut it off. I'm going to list that video there so y'all could just go and laugh because this man is a hot ghetto mess. I made some illustrations of it and it kind of gave some humor to it. But Dre heard it. You heard it too, Dre, right? It was ridiculous. Okay? It was ridiculous. Just a whole bunch of mess. This man trying to pressure her. And she was very, very, very clear about what she had to say. Unlike you with your word salad and your delusions of grandeur. What else you got to say, Dre? Let me hear what you talking about.
Well, that means that I'm done. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Okay, I'm going to let you talk then. I'm going to say what I got to say.
I said, wait, what the fuck is he talking about? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Okay, so let me...
She said she told you when Dion called, he happened to call. She didn't go through a third party. She didn't have the money on the phone. So when she happened to call, he asked her the question. She gave him an answer. Okay. You making it seem like that she's going out in the street telling everybody she's finna leave you. She said she didn't say that.
Okay, but listen, Dre, listen.
I've been listening.
Mm-hmm. We have been too.
Okay, I heard you.
You need to sit down and chill.
Yep, he said he has been listening, and we have been too. Listening to your phone calls, watching now the videotapes. You know what? This is the case study, Lord. Okay, go ahead, Dre. What else you got to tell him? Because I hear the frustration in your voice, and you are speaking for the masses out here who have been paying attention to this story. We have been listening, but tell him, Dre, tell him.
Nothing you can do right now, nothing.
I got that part, but listen.
You can't even parole to her house unless if she don't want you to. If she say no, he's not coming here, you have to get another address.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's all I'm saying.
She said she didn't say that. if you keep calling us with that gangster shit, you probably will force her to knock it down. I don't want to deal with that.
Okay, well,
it's too much pressure.
Okay, they already said that. So if you are,
did she say that you can't? Did she say that you can't come stay here?
Listen to me, Dre.
No, she didn't say that.
No, she didn't say that.
Nope, she didn't say that, Dre.
So when those folks say it's time for you to go, or we finna release you, where you going? When you call and say, "Can I come down?" That's when you get your answer. If not, you're going to go to Plan B, Nesto.
I ain't finna wait that long.
I ain't finna wait that long. You hear him? I ain't finna wait that long. Well, it is now. What's today? Let me check my calendar. It is January the 24th. You waiting that long. You thought you was not fitting to wait that long. But you waiting that long. You waiting that long and then some. Okay?
I ain't finna wait. I'm gonna have my shit in order. No, I'm not finna do that.
Okay, well, you go ahead and get it in order or go to Plan B, but always trying to call her and make her say that today she's frustrated.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
What you gonna say?
Like, what the heck are you gonna say to me now? This is the fast talking gangster that he is. But see, all his cards and all the manipulation, it ain't working no more. And if it was not, there was somebody in my chat that had something to say. I'm gonna get to that. But had it not been for, I think, for some of these phone calls and now these video calls, you, Dre, wouldn't even know the type of person you know who you was dealing with, but you really didn't know the deep down wickedness, in my opinion. And Shirley and all the other people wouldn't have known. And then as a result of these phone calls and the videos that we're doing, alleged victims are coming out of the woodworks. Now, I believe the victims. I have to say alleged because they haven't been, But I believe the victims. I ain't over here, consoling the predator like some of these people. The nerve and the audacity to sit up and just blame the victims. It's I have never seen anything like this, but like I said, this must be the case study for the doctors, the lawyers, for the psychologists. These phone calls need to be case studies. I'm telling you. Shoot. Go ahead, Dre. Finish telling his behind off. Shoot.
Because you got your point, but you ain't listening to what I'm saying.
I heard everything that woman said from the first phone call to the non-phone call. You sitting there saying, I need to make up. You go ahead on behalf. It sounds like you might be a little hurt about the decision that you don't make.
He is.
No.
So you say you ain't never loved her, no way.
Oh, you see that on the screen? Because you say you ain't never loved her, no way. Now, y'all, I'm not just reporting on this. If you go back to my very first phone call that I did, my video that I did on Shirley Strawberry and toxic relationships, I have been looking at this from the standpoint of a spiritual thing that's going on behind the scenes. And y'all probably thought I was plumb crazy when I said, there's a spiritual thing behind it. And when he started talking about the voodoo and the blue waters and everything. But the fact of the matter is, he ain't never loved her. She was a target. She was a target. He planned this. In my opinion, I told you he is on that spectrum. Very high up on the spectrum is my belief. I'm not a psychiatrist or therapist or nothing like that. Clearly, y'all could see something's wrong. She was targeted. And I told y'all that proposal at that radio station was planned because she didn't have an out. That was on the radio before everybody. And he knows she did not like to be embarrassed or her business in the street. He did that. He planned that. Not because just to try to engage her, but he made it on his birthday. So he knew this was going to fall apart. So that day is going to always explicably be related to that marriage, that proposal. I think it was her birthday he proposed on her. They do this. These people are diabolical. He engaged her, I think, on her birthday, and they got married on his. He knew they already know that these relationships are going to come to an end. They're not relationships. They're really situationships. He never loved this woman. He plotted, in my belief, it is my belief, and I'm entitled to my opinion. He plotted and schemed on this woman. Okay? All that altruism up there, we're showing him going to the women's shelter, and he had somebody filming that all the time. I believe that was Leon filming that. I mean, if you go into a women's shelter to give away clothes and stuff, you just go and do it. He had it all recorded so it could make him look a certain kind of way. And she's like, oh, he's so nice and he's so charming. I believe he plotted. Look, his own best friend is saying he ain't never loved her. It was about the clout, what he could get to, who he could be around. He plotted. This man is an ultimate plotter. These chameleons and these manipulators. And yes, somebody was on my channel. I'm going to get to that. Somebody made some comments, and I don't really pay attention to all the comments that are negative. Talk about you gossiping and you need to be praying for Shirley. First and foremost, let me take about several seats. Okay. Just like Dre told this man to sit down, go have several seats. This channel is about people who have suffered in these toxic relationships. And so they can heal and know what they're dealing with. We talking about it because it's something that needs to be talked about. Okay. And one of the things is she started quoting proverbs about gossip and all of this stuff. Lady, whoever you are, this is for you. The Bible also says that we need to be awares. We should not be unawares of Satan's devices and how he uses his minions to come into people's lives to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay. And there's another scripture that talks about my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Well, we getting the knowledge today. Okay. So sit down and take several seats, because people have been through, those of us who got out of these relationships, and nobody gets out unscathed dealing with these individuals. Okay. If you survive at all, Shirley better be happy he's where he needs to be, because these folks, they deal dirty. She better be happy. The life insurance policy, you might come up missing, or you might be come up unalive with these individuals when they get desperate. Shoot. Anyway, here we go, Dre. You said that your friend told you he ain't never loved her. So all of that Essence magazine pictures and all of that, and y'all wonder why. Y'all kept saying it was a red flag that Shirley didn't know who he was on the phone when he was talking to Steve during the proposal. Because these are chameleons. Y'all can't see these people metamorphosize into different characters. This man in jail, that's who you see. That mush mouth, talking like that. He studied somebody, learned how to talk a little bit proper so he can present himself. It was all a mirage. Like Biggie said, it was all a dream. Okay? I used to read Word Up magazine. It's all a dream. These people are not real. It's a facade. I think who you see behind that prison cell with that bushy hair and talking the way he does and shaking and looking, that's who he really is. But the pictures on the Instagram, that's fake. That was pretend with the suits on and all of that. He learned to talk a little bit proper. He knows how to change his voice. I mean, there's different videos where you listen and you be like, wait a minute, that's Nesto 1, Nesto 2, Nesto 3, Nesto 4. I don't know, man, how many Nestos there are. But there was a Nesto, his representative came and presented himself to act like he was prim and proper and knew, he didn't know not jack diddly, but he said, what was it? He said he was taught guns, whatever else and whatever else. I can't remember even the saying that he said. Okay, but let's get back to what the Dre said. I had to address some things because, what he said. He said something about guns, gambling, and getting money. Guns, gambling, and getting money. He don't know about love. These people don't love. They don't know love. They have no empathy. They pretend. That's why he laughed. Y'all kept wondering why he laughing. Because they don't know when it's appropriate to laugh or not. Because emotionally, they don't really have emotions like, in my opinion, like normal people. So he don't know when to laugh and when not to laugh. Okay? I'm serious about this. This ain't something I just started talking about on this channel. Go back. There's a spiritual portion to this. He's talking about getting the Bible. I'm going to do a video on that. A Bible. Yeah, okay. Whoa, man. Dre, what you finished talking about? I'm sorry, Dre, for interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, this ain't the deal.
Because you keep talking about, well, you just go ahead and be happy. I want you to be happy. And I don't want to do it. It's all you. Look, tell us.
You know, I had to hear this shit for 9 years Why did you do that?
You know what? He's telling on himself. He said, I had to hear this for 9 years. Yeah, Shirley was going through hell and torment in that marriage. On the outside, on them pictures, it looked all nice. Nesto's luxury lifestyle. You can't, let me tell you something. If you think she had financial problems before and some emotional issues or whatever issue she had, when you deal with these suckers, you can't think straight. Your mind, I had to turn my computer off yesterday and be like, I can't even do a video. Listening to these mushmouth people talking, you lose brain cells. I hope Shirley is in therapy. She got a good support system. And yes, we are praying for her. Because these people target you. She didn't ask to be targeted. But this is why we got to do these videos. Because we got to learn about these suckers, these jokers, these chameleons. Oh, out here. Shoot. Go on. It says he's basically talking about why'd you do that? She probably was asking him, why are you doing that? Like, because it wasn't normal stuff. If she could write a book, Shirley, write the book. You make your money off of this. Since he's claimed he want to write the book, Shirley. Because we'll buy it. Do the strawberry letter once this thing is over and see if you can put that on the radio. I guarantee you them radio ratings will go up. Steve, you hear this? Let her do the Shirley Strawberry letter on her life with Nesto. We'd all be listening. The ratings will go up. You won't have a problem. You'll be getting paid more than that $500,000, $5 million. You need $10 million now. What else you got to say? This booger. He's just a straight booger to me.
Why you do this? You don't love her.
Well, you didn't. You didn't love her. Your own friend said it. And the way you acting now, you never did. Uh-huh. Shoot.
Do you know how much time?
You chose to marry her.
I ain't got no problem with listening to what I'm trying
You chose to go down that route.
Okay, so basically you say, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you chose to go. You chose her to be your wife.
No, he preyed on her. She was prey. He did choose her, but he chose her for what he needed. People on that spectrum, if you don't have money, fame, something, they don't want to be bothered with you. You are not a human being to them. They put you up on the shelf. They do not love you. Shirley, it wasn't real. I'm sorry to tell you, baby. It wasn't real. It was all fake and phony. He never loved you. So go on over there to Pam Esquire and get her to go on and draw them papers up and get that stuff annulled and get it popping and move on with your life. It wasn't real. We here supporting you, child. We ain't dragging you on the internet. Yeah, you had some financial problems and stuff. Who of us ain't had some kind of problems? But it's, but anyway, I ain't gonna even go ahead, Andre. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you.
I ain't got no problem. What I'm trying to say is this here.
You sit your ass down somewhere.
Say no, because there's difference between the first call and the second call. First you said,
oh my God, man.
He's a straight, this man accountability, they know not. It's different between the first call and the second call. Dre was like, oh! He probably went to go back into the woods. He probably really wanted to go run back into the woods. This man couldn't take the fact that Shirley said, I'm tired and I'm sick and tired of your mess. And he had no control. Shirley, be happy that he's locked up in jail. Because you would have really seen the true Nesto. You ain't seen them yet. These people, I hope, Shirley, you ain't compromised in some kind of way. Because these fools right here, in my opinion, he gonna drop design on anything that he know. Because these people are vindictive and vengeance. They just very vindictive. Let's go.
But listen what I got to say. Can you listen, sir? Can I?
You need to make some goddamn sense.
Okay, well, you let me tell you, then it don't make sense to you. Mm-hmm. Okay, I needed to get a clear answer. I got that. Now, the clear answer, where I had to go, I heard. The way I had to go, I heard. She say, I'm tired. To me, when you tell me you tired, you done with all of that shit.
Absolutely. You know. For somebody who talks a bunch of gibberish and word salad, you want everybody else to be clear with you. She said what she said. She said she was sick and tired and you couldn't take it and there was a narcissistic injury and you are losing your mind about it. That's what's going on. Mm-hmm.
Because all of it come with it, Jay. You know what I'm saying? All this come together. It ain't no just one, because you can pick what you want to do, pick and choose what you want to deal with. It all comes together, Dre.
This man is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm not going to sit out here and get out on bond and then revoke my shit because some shit I said, dealing with her crazy for. I ain't taking no risks like that.
Right, because you know how you are. You know that you can't control yourself. You know who you are and those demons, in my opinion, that's inside your head, okay, and in your body. All right. So you know right off the bat that you ain't gonna behave right. It's gonna be an issue and that she gonna end up calling 5-0 on the popo and you gonna get locked back up if you come out on bond. Okay. If you come out on bond. But you know what? You ain't got to worry about that because you ain't out on bond. You still in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, stop asking her what you're gonna do then. Just go ahead on to another female and get another address.
That's
in.
right.
Don't even call no more. Then. If that's how you feel, okay. Yeah, well, if you're a gangster, let me tell you what gangsters do. Okay, if you're not sincere, if you're not secure that your wife gonna be there for you when they decide to release you, or she might tell them and put you back in jail, then you need to go to Plan B.
Okay.
And stop asking her what she's gonna do.
Okay.
No, I didn't hear her say that. Oh. So, and then when you get out, then you go down and sit down and have the conversation that she want to grant you with, that we need to talk. And that conversation gonna be about all the shit y'all been dealing with for the last 8 years.
Yep.
That's what it's gonna be about. If you don't already know what the conversation gonna be about. What you gonna do, this is right, because she said it's been about you for the last 8 years.
So that's right. Remember what Shirley said? It's been about you for the last 8 years. So I know a lot of us talk about all the evictions and stuff, and she's had some money problems prior to him. But honey, when you get with somebody like this and him moving and shaking, I could hear him telling her, I got to go make this business deal. I got to go get that money. And she's like, honey, sit down. Let's talk. And, I got to go get that money. He on the road here. When you look at his Facebook, not his Facebook, his Instagram, he in Texas and he in Tennessee and he's in New Mexico. He's in California. You can't go to California now. There was no stability there. When you in relationships with these individuals, you are on a roller coaster ride. It is up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's hard for you to regulate your emotions. It's hard to regulate anything because these people are chameleons. Everything is a falsehood. So he probably was like, yeah, I got to get this money. And she probably was like, well, honey, what do you need? And she probably gave it to him, whatever it was, not knowing she was sealing her own fate. But look, Shirley, you better be praying and thanking the Lord that he is where he is. Mm-hmm.
You hear her when she said that, right? It's been about you for the last 8 years.
Okay.
So basically, she said it ain't been about her.
That's right.
Well, first of all, I got my head split, my eyes poked out.
So what I got from that, he said, I got my head split, my eyes poked out. I told y'all before when I first started listening to this, and I may be wrong, I'm not in their relationship. And not everybody is an abuser. You can have abuse verbally, mentally. There can be physical, financial abuse, right? But I believe that there was some physicalities that went on in this relationship. Now, only Shirley would be able to tell that, but it sounds like to me there's been some fights. Now, couples do fight. But I believe the way she behaved was like when she used to talk to him in the beginning, remember from the phone calls? Well, I don't want you to be upset and I don't want to bother you. I said, no, this sounds like this trauma bond. Sound like there's been something going on behind them closed doors, Shirley. I believe that there was some physicalities that went on. Now, who started it? I don't know, but maybe your head got split and your eyes poked out. You might have put your paws on her and she might have said, nuh-uh. And yeah, 8 years ahead, when you dealing with these people behind closed doors, y'all, don't be wishing for relationship goals with certain people because you never know what goes on behind closed doors. Okay. Mm-hmm. But it sounds like he's talking about some physical altercations that done went on with him and her. Let's see what else Mushmouth got to say.
Well, man, I've been through. You and heard all the conversation now. Come on now. How it's going to be about me, everything about me. That's some bullshit, but I didn't want to because I could have. But she's so fucking sensitive, so I don't even take it to her like that.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this. If you know anything about individuals, and like I said, this is my belief and my opinion, that are on the spectrum of NPD, they'll always say, well, you too sensitive. You know, you need to grow, you need to toughen up some. Because after they get finished cussing you out and calling you names and making you feel crazy, and then when you come back at it, it's you too sensitive. This is their MO. Okay? All of a sudden now she's so sensitive. So then what the hell you marry her for? Look at what Dre said.
You chose to marry her. That's your wife. Don't call her sensitive now.
Yeah, I ain't got no.
You know what you were dealing with when you walked down the aisle with her.
Oh, but listen, I ain't got no problem with it. I want her to fix her mouth.
Do you hear him? He said, I don't have a problem with that. I want her to fix her mouth, meaning don't say what she's saying. These people are so... When I tell you this is straight up, I'm sorry, y'all, who don't understand. But this is straight up witchcraft and manipulation. He literally wants her to change what... He can't take the fact that Shirley, you better be happy he's where he is. You better be happy he's where he is. I'm telling you. Because the doldrums of these people's minds is giving me... You know what this is giving me after looking at these phone calls and watching him on them video phone calls? It's giving me sociopathy. It's giving me the Jeffrey Dahmer... psychopathy. That's what it's giving me on that spectrum. He might already, I don't know if he has a diagnosis. He may have one. He may have one already on the books. You just didn't know about it. Okay? But I doubt it because a lot of these people don't go to therapy anyway because the therapist is going to get sick of them. But anyway, let's finish hearing what he got to say.
He's saying, when you tell somebody you're tired of all of that first conversation, I'm just tired of everything. Okay.
You don't...
You can't dictate.
Okay, well, granted, what can you do in there?
Nothing.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I'm gonna have to put some more money on that phone because I ain't got but $1 left. No, I'm gonna put some more money on that. What you mean you got it? How you mean you got it?
Dre was like, look, I got to put some more money up here so I can finish telling this fool just what is on my mind. Okay? He was like, what you mean you got it? What you mean you got it? Dre wanted to finish just, laying into his behind, okay?
God, I got my answer.
Narcissistic injury, another one.
I got my answer. All good. I'm straight. I just want to get clarification. I got my clarification. I'm good.
Yeah, I got $1 left. You can't call no... You need to sit down somewhere. You really do. You have your time when you get out. All that raw gangster shit, you're going to push your way. Okay. And what's going to happen is, I told you, girl, I be trying to tell you. Now you see that you don't need that in your favor.
Okay, you're right.
Take it from someone that was hard-headed when their friend was trying to talk to him. Take it from someone that done been through this shit.
Yeah, that's right.
When I was told to sit your ass down somewhere, Dre, no, I'm going to do what I want to goddamn do.
Okay, all right. You sure right.
And all kind of goddamn trouble and shit. Spending all kind of money to stay on.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Thank you for watching.
Well, y'all, you can see there. Dre told him to go sit down somewhere and the call cut off. Phone calls from prison. If the rest of the call, if Dre call back, we want to hear what else. We want to hear the rest of the phone call. But I'm just going to say this, Dre. You knew your friend from prison. You knew his kind of ways. But you may not have really known the doldrums of who you were really dealing with. I'm going to say this, Dre. I hope that you understand that you've caused a narcissistic injury for your buddy. Okay? Your best friend. He is going to try to get you back. So if he knows any of your business, I hope you fly straight and narrow. Everybody that's dealing with him, fly straight and narrow. Because these are the type of people, they will come out and try to defame your character, to try to, say anything about you to make you look bad in the public. And as you can see with him and his friend at Cobb County, when they're talking to each other, they just be ragging and dogging on people. It's just a horrible situation. But y'all, if it had not been for these phone calls, Dre wouldn't know. Shirley wouldn't know. And other people in his life and some of these victims, alleged victims, are coming forward and telling their story. So these phone calls were necessary. And that person who got on my page talking about quoting scriptures and stuff, talking about gossip. Let me tell you something. The Bible says to expose them. But guess what? They're exposing themselves. And I believe these phone calls from prison is exposing a bunch of mess. Okay? That we need to know. These are classic textbook examples. Y'all said y'all didn't understand why Shirley didn't know his voice, because he changes his voice with whomever he's presenting to. So as you can see in the prison calls right now, he's talking totally different. Has a more country drawl. Some videos, he's talking more proper. He's not laughing at all. I'm telling you, these are chameleons. These people are tricksters. And he preyed on her. Not P-R-A-Y, P-R-E-Y-E-D. So y'all, shout out to Dre. Okay. Thank you so much for putting this dude in his place, telling him to go sit down somewhere. And if you such a gangster, Cobb County ain't thinking about that. Okay? Cobb is, like I said, it stands for count on being busted. So thank you, Dre, for setting him straight. I hope there's another follow-up call to this. But now we understand why he's moving like that and why he's dragging your name and Shirley's name. After that, it's a narcissistic injury. There's nothing you can do. Once they've been injured like that, it's something that's in their mind. And like I said to y'all, I'm going to get into that. This is a spiritual thing. Anybody who's been connected to this dude, your life is going to be hell. You're going to have a series of tragic events because it's spiritual. Just by way of being in connection with this dude, you're going to have problems. Okay? Financial problems. I'm telling you. Because this is a spiritual thing. Life is really spiritual. So these people operate on the same behavior. I believe it's called familiar spirits. And some of these unclean spirits. But that's just my belief. Right? And I believe that Nesto, this is just my belief, based on how he's speaking, he's dipping and dabbing in some spiritualism too. Even based on some of the verbiage that Miss Hazel used, that he used with Shirley, and the bathing in the green waters. This man is dealing, in my opinion, with the occult. That's sex magic. If you don't know, Alex Corley and them, I'm just saying. But yo, I don't want to get all off on that. I'm on thank Dre for telling him you a gangster. Go sit down somewhere. I appreciate that. We really needed that call. Okay? But like I said, this is for learning. This is for educational commentary purposes. Please go on over to Phone Calls from Prison and subscribe to her channel. Because guess what? If she had not, or the people who were together, or however this came about, we are grateful. Because people are learning the game. Expose them. Quote Bible scriptures to me and talk about some foolishness. This ain't no gossip. Some people are learning from this. Learning the game that people play. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that little bell just like Dre said. And you'll be notified of all my uploads. But y'all know, go back. My channel is about people who have overcome some of these horrible relationships. Some people have been in domestic violence situations, maybe even been SA'd. Look in my description box. I keep all of those numbers there to the domestic violence hotline, because these people are abusers. Let's call it what it is. And the abuse doesn't always have to be physical, but daggone sure abuse is abuse. Physical, financial, mental, spiritual abuse, if you ask me. And then you got your physical and all that other stuff going on up in there. Okay? So anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think. You know how we do in the comments, and you know every time a phone call drop, I'll put out a pictorial of what I think it looks like so we can get a visual. You know what I mean? And sometimes I do joke about it, even though it's a serious topic. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for all of the support. Shout out to all my family in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. I see you guys on the next upload. All right, y'all. Peace. And I'm out.